All right, let's talk about finally getting you out of debt and paying off those credit cards. There is a simple method to it. It really is not that tough. First, let's go back to the numbers on your worksheet number 3 for appropriate spending on future. What was that amount based on your current income? Did you find it? Go ahead and write that down on your worksheet right now. So remember in worksheet number 4 how we talked about building your emergency fund? We're going to build on that right now. It's the same deal. Before we start putting money away for your future account, we need to first build your emergency fund, then pay off your credit cards and loans, and then we can start investing in your future. So this is kind of the order of things as we move forward. Every time you get your paycheck, you brought it home, and again, if you have automatic deposits, be prepared to just transfer it through your online banking. So you have your paycheck, you're going to take that amount, multiply that by 20%. So you have X there on your worksheet. So there's your 20%. Now you're going to take that 20%, you're going to subtract your credit card minimum balances. You got that? Now you have Y, whatever that amount is. So you took that 20%, you paid off your credit card minimum balances, so go ahead and pay those off, whatever you need to do. Then you're going to take whatever you have left, that Y, and that's going to go into your future. And let me explain where that's going to go. Every month you're going to put that amount of money towards, first, building up your emergency fund, just like I said a minute ago, until it reaches the amount we talked about, that 3 times your essentials goal that you figured out in worksheet number 4. Once that is filled up, you're going to go ahead and just leave it alone. You're going to let that go. Then every time you get to that Y, that number right there, you've paid off your minimum balances on your credit cards and now you have this left over, then you're going to start paying towards your highest interest rate credit card. Again, you did cut off these credit cards, but you still have bills. And so you want to pay it down. Again, you're paying the minimum balance on the other ones, and that highest interest rate one, that one that's like 26%, you want to pay that baby off fast. Someone asked me once if they should just not worry about the other credit cards until they've paid off the one big one. No, you still want to pay off those other minimum balances because you don't want to get fees and penalties. But still, just pay the minimum. Once that highest interest rate credit card is paid off, then you'll want to go to the next highest and all the way down to the lowest interest rate card. Does that make sense? So first you're paying off you're building up your emergency fund. Next you're paying your highest interest rate credit card. Then you're going to the next one, then you're going to the next one, then you're going to the next one until you have paid down all of your credit cards. Every time you've paid off a credit card, close the account. Close it. End that credit card. You are no longer using it. Make sure that it's done. If it's not there, you're not attempting to use it again, so let's just not let it sit in limbo. And if you do let it sit in limbo, it can affect your credit score, so close it. You don't want to have that credit card there. Someone asked me about student loans. So what do you do about student loans? Now, student loans and car loans are much bigger payments and may take a lot longer, obviously, to pay off. First, you can see if you can consolidate loans without being penalized for a huge fee, or defer payment for a certain amount of time until you get those high interest rate credit cards paid down. In the meantime, I want you to do the same thing. Usually student loans tend to have lower interest rates, and car loans tend to have a little bit lower than credit cards, not always. So go ahead and find out what those interest rates are too, and go ahead and line them right up with your credit cards. Pay off the minimum until you have nothing left and you're down to that loan payment remaining, and then put that entire 20% of your income every month into that baby. Does that make sense? And so you're going to treat it the same way. Once you're finished paying off everything, guess what? You can start investing. You can start investing that 20% of your income into your future and investing in your life. So let's review. Let's take 20% of every paycheck, build your emergency fund first, pay down your credit cards and loans, and that's it.